time for viewer mail.
We have viewer mail?
And we have viewer mail.
I'm happy about that. Please send your questions into Doug@riskandrewardtv.org. I love answering your questions. I can come up with my own, but I prefer to actually help you.
Okay, this is from Dave Q. asks, what is going on with General Motors, GM?
Government Motors?
Yep, Government Motors. I thought they were bankrupt, but they just announced they are selling shares.
They are selling shares. So Government Motors, General Motors, excuse me, came out of bankruptcy. They have they're turned to profitability. They're actually turning themselves around a little bit, which is good news. And they are issuing shares or selling shares in the market under the IPO process. Now, there's a couple things here. First of all, they are selling them mainly to large institutional, almost all of them to large institutional holdings, like most IPOs. So if you don't have $500,000 or more in the bank in one of these brokerage firms,
you can't get
in. And so an initial public offering, they set the price, and then they sell all the shares to a private placement to the institutional holders. Then the institutional holders start selling them on the market, and then the market price sets. So somebody actually has to set that price. And they've set the price at, in fact, you have
so far it's $33, and that was as of late
Wednesday. It might change a little bit. It's late tonight when we heard that.
And so it should raise $15.8 billion, and there should be 478 million shares from the company that are sold.
Yeah, and this is the second largest initial public offering in the United States, so it's a big deal in the market. But there's the market deal is one thing, the political deal is another, because as shareholders, us taxpayers, we're going to get the 15.8 billion. I mean, that's where it goes. And there's some other people that have some interest in this, but basically taxpayer money bailed them out. So we get the money from that. But let's say that we sell the IPO to the institutional holders at 33, and tomorrow it starts trading at 40. Well, why didn't we sell
at 40
and keep the money for the taxpayers? That's going to be an issue that
so
I'm not the only one that's going to raise.
Banks and other institutions
so
that are able to roll this and make some profit.
Yeah, the big firms are going to make some profits for sure. So that's one thing. Now, the alternative to this method, and this is the typical method, all IPOs kind of go like this, except the one that I can remember that was unique, which was Google. And what Google said was, we don't want all the large institutional holders to get our IPO and then flip it really in one day for a quick profit. We're going to sell to a Dutch auction. And what a Dutch auction is, it basically is everybody bids their price, and whatever price is the bid, the highest bid, that's what it sells at. So Google went off, I think, at $85 a share, but the IPO, they would have probably sold it at $39 a share. So the company only gets $39 for the company, and all of a sudden the flippers can flip it.
Yeah, the traders get
the $40, $45 on top of that profit. So Google said, oh, no, we're interested in the profit for us, so we're going to sell it as an auction, and anybody can get into it. All they have to do is, fill out the form and send in their money, and they can get into the IPO. So clearly,
if only the government did that.
Well, somebody's going to raise their hand and say, this is a problem. Now, we also still own a third of General Motors, the taxpayers do, or more than a third. So if the price goes up, that's good for us, because we'll get more money back from what we basically bailed them out for. So, the price going up is still good for us. But how they're handling this, I'm sure there's going to be some flack for it. And it also highlights the fact that all IPOs are kind of dealt with this way. So it's really an insider's game, no doubt. Nobody doubts that. So.
And do you have another takeaway for us?
Oh yeah, the takeaway. So mixing public government entities and private business entities always creates a mess. Eventually, hopefully, we've learned our lesson.